Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about gear progression because, of course, the 12-star rarity weapons are, super duper rare. And so a lot of people are resorting back to the Trisalio weapons. And well, you can't just straight up buy a Trisalio weapon as you do have to craft it and it does become untradeable. So a lot of people don't really know where to proceed after they've completed the story, especially a lot of my returning players or my new players. And so we're going to be addressing that in today's video. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to go over is, of course, the free gear that you get from simply just progressing through the story. The moment that you hit level 65, you do get this free weapon, the Epith weapons. They are okay until you do get to level 95. It's perfectly fine for story progression, for whatever that you need to do. And of course, there is the Dechem armors over here, which are also okay. However, of course, after you've completed the story, you've unlocked all the different game modes, now it is time to actually craft some armors. As you can see, we are going to be aiming for the Tristasis armors, and we are going to be aiming for a Trisalio weapon. Well, lucky for us, there is currently a Super Genesis Festival 2024 Part 1 that is happening right now, which means that when you farm in combat zones, when you farm in Nameless City, when you farm in Lucille Exploration, just anywhere where it involves defeating enemies, you will earn seasonal points. As you can see, we currently have 4.6 million seasonal points, and in every single city, there is gonna be the event lady Satir over here, where you can interact with her, and once you talk to her right here at the very top, exchange seasonal points. You're going to click over here, and right here are all of the different Exalio weapons that you need in order to craft your Duosalio into your Trisalio. Now, you can upgrade a Exalio weapon directly to a Trisalio if you want to. However, it does cost the exact same amount of materials from making an Exalio into a Duosalio and then a Trisalio, so it really doesn't matter that much. Now, the reason why you want to buy the Exalio weapon from the event shop specifically is because, first of all, its weapon potential is fully unlocked to level 6 already, so you're saving yourself like 1.5 million Meseta over there. And second of all, it's already fully limit broken to level 90. So when you wait till next week where we get the Great Enhancement Boost campaign, you're going to be able to save yourself a lot of money as you don't need to limit break the weapon and you could just enhance it all the way to plus 90. Now, the reason why you want to enhance it all the way to plus 90 is because it unlocks 2 additional augment slots, which allows you to boost your potency even further. Now, as for the augments themselves, you don't need to worry about it too much. You can literally just fill the last 2 augments with more LC capsules. Just pick whatever 2 LC capsules that you prefer in order to boost your potency. Basically, you just want to boost your potency as high as possible. So that covers the weapons. Again, you can just pick any single weapon that you want. They cover every single weapon. So let's say that you're a braver like myself, the katanas are available here. However, if you play a Slayer, for example, the Exalio gunblades are here. And of course, if you are playing a Force, because we did get the Force rework, the rod is here as well. By the way, the Force is very, very powerful right now, especially with its rework. So if you do want to give it a shot, or maybe you just want to test it out, you can just buy the Exalio rod over here, upgrade that into a Trisalio, throw in some LC capsules, and call it a day. It's pretty good. It's a solid weapon that way as well. However, now it is time to talk about armors. Your armors are the same thing. You want to buy the Ecstasis armors over here. They do cost 30,000 seasonal points each, so when you do buy all 3, it is going to cost you 90,000 seasonal points. It's not that bad considering that, you can get a lot of seasonal points by just running Nameless City, and you're probably running that anyway. By the way, if you do need more of these LC capsules, Nameless City is a very, very good way to obtain a ton of these LC capsules very easily, very quickly. So you're going to buy all 3 of your Ecstasis armors, and then again, you're going to wait till next week, and then you're going to enhance this from 60 all the way to 90. Now, again, you do want to wait till next week or December 18th before you enhance this all the way to plus 90, because there is the Great Enhancement Success Boost campaign. And once that kicks in, you're going to save yourself more than 50% off, basically. Because whenever you do get a great success on the enhancement, it actually doubles the amount of enhancement EXP that the armor or weapon obtains. So yeah, it's going to save you a lot of headache. Now that you have your Exalio weapons as well as your Ecstasis armors, you're gonna head over to the item trader over here. Again, every single town does have an item exchange shop or an item trader. You're gonna interact with them and go to the second last option, Equipment Upgrade Augment Transfer. You're going to click on this, and right here is where you can make all of your new weapons. As you can see over here, there are all of the Trisalio weapons, and if you scroll further down, there are all of the Duosalio weapons. So it really depends on whether you want to use this weapon immediately. If you want to use it immediately, then you can just use your Exalio weapon, upgrade it into a Duosalio weapon first, simply by throwing in the Exalio weapon, your 150 Evil Volt 1s, as well as your 200 Pro Grade Grinders. By the way, you can buy both of these in the event shop as well, and you obtain a metric butt ton of these in the Nameless City as well as Lucille Exploration. But Nameless City is the way to go because literally everything drops this. So you'll be able to farm these two materials up very, very quickly in Nameless City, and boom, you'll be able to upgrade your Exalio sword or whatever Exalio weapon that you choose into a Duosalio weapon. Once you have your Duosalio weapon, then again, you're going to need Evil Volt 2s, Evil Volt 1s, as well as Pro Grade Grinders, and then you can upgrade it into a Trisalio weapon. Remember, you do not need to enhance your weapon and anything while you are upgrading. You can upgrade the base gear that you get from the event shop into a Trisalio weapon. Now, if you do have a ton of material just sitting around, you can upgrade your Exalio weapon directly to a Trisalio weapon through the second option over here. However, do keep in mind that there is no discount. It costs exactly the same as making an Exalio weapon into a Duosalio weapon into a Trisalio weapon, all right? So there's no discounts over here. You're just saving yourself a step if you've already pre-farmed a ton of these materials because maybe you did hang out in Nameless City for quite some time. Now, once you've obtained your Trisalio weapon, the next thing is going to be your armors. You have three different choices of armors. You can either make your Tristasis armor. This is the regular one, which gives you 40 HP, 4 PP, as well as 6% all potency. You can make the Tristasis armor Vita, which gives you 80 HP, 0 PP, as well as 6% all potency. Or you can make the Tristasis armor Vio, which gives you 0 HP, 8 PP, as well as 6% all potency. You cannot go wrong with any of these options. It's all up to you, all up to personal preference. Whether you want the balance build, which is the regular Tristasis armor, that has, the best of both worlds. You have some HP, you have some PP, and you have the same amount of potency. You can go with the Vita armor, which is my personal favorite because, when your HP is 0, you're dead and you can't do damage. And so I like to have that extra HP. 80 HP is quite a lot. Or if you are very confident in your abilities and maybe you're playing like a range class or force or a ranger or something where you can fight at a safer distance, well, then maybe you just want to focus more on PP so that you can spam techniques as well as different photon arts in order to deal additional damage. Then you might want to go with the Vio. Now, you can always use any combination because remember, you can wear up to 3 different armors. So if you really want to, which personally I don't really see that often, you could go with 1 Tristasis armor, 1 Vita armor, and 1 Vio armor. I personally find that a little bit weird, but if you really want to, you can do that. So, really up to you. You can pick whatever you want. However, do keep in mind that in order to make the Tristasis armors, whatever variant you want, you are going to need to upgrade your armors into the Duostasis armors first and then into the Tristasis armors. So again, it's very simple. Let's say that you want to make your Duostasis armor. You just get your Ecstasis armor with your Ecstasis 1s as well as your Pro Grade Grinders, and boom, you can make your Duostasis armors. And then you can convert your Duostasis armors into the Tristasis armors or even the Vita or the Vio. Keep in mind that the Tristasis armors are incredibly flexible. Let's say that at the very beginning, you were just testing things out. Maybe you wanted to try with the Vita armor first and you're like, man, I have too much HP, I'm too good at the game. I don't need all of this health because I simply don't get hit. Well, when you upgrade your Duostasis armor Vita into the Tristasis, you can pick whatever you want. Let's say that you don't want the HP anymore and you want the balance build. You can click on the balance build over here and you can see right here on the second option, the Duostasis armor Vita. You can turn the Vitas into a regular balance build armor as well. So you have a lot of flexibility here, so don't be scared to experiment and see what works best for you when you are upgrading into your Duostasis armors. Do keep in mind that the Duostasis armor stats are lower than the Tristasis. As you can see, the regular Duostasis only gives 20 HP as well as 2 PP, PP versus the Vita, which only gives 40 HP, and the Vio only gives 4 PP. However, the moment that you upgrade your Dostasis into the Tristasis, it does double all of those values. As you can see right here, Tristasis suddenly, instead of 20 HP and 2 PP, it gives you 40 HP and 4 PP. But it does not increase the potency, alright? So the potency is 6% potency across the board. By upgrading your Stasis armors into the Tristasis armors, the only thing that you're actually receiving is just the extra HP and PP stats as well as the defense stats. That's really about it. So if you don't care about any of this and you just want to save resources, which honestly I don't think that's a big deal, because if you run Nameless City for like 20 runs or something, you should be swimming in a bunch of all of these materials where you're going to be able to make all of these armors and all of these weapons for essentially free.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.